Hey friends, welcome to a fun Artsy Rose lesson, and today we are going to be making a dinosaur. So make sure you watch all the way through the end so you can see what my dinosaur is going to look like at the end. Adults, all we really need to make our Stegosaurus is sheet of copy paper and then something to draw with, like a pencil, and something to color with. Crayons, markers, colored pencils, oil pastels, whatever floats your boat. All right. So, and make sure, this is one thing that I really struggled with my daughter for a long time, breaking her of this habit, was like carving into the paper. Make sure that you guys are drawing really softly. That way we can erase some lines that we need to. There's going to be some lines that I need to erase. Now, obviously, I can't because I'm drawing with marker, but I'm drawing with markers so you can see what I'm doing. All right, I am going to start with the Stegosaurus's body, and he kind of has, I wouldn't say a big belly, but it's just kind of broad in the middle because it has the curve of the back in with it as well. So I am going to do a circle about like that. Okay, and remember, if you have something round around the house, like a cup or a bowl or a coaster or something like that, you could always use that to trace, and then you might have a better circle, right? Next, we're going to curve from the top of the circle. We are going to curve down and up like that. So curves like it's going down the slide, and then it makes a U. And then we will, from the bottom, curve up and then follow that downward motion and back upward motion to a point. So we have a great tail right here, okay? Next, we are going to work on the head, and our Stegosaurus kind of has its head bent downwards a little bit like that. So it's like a little curve and then almost a straight line right here. Now for the head, it's going to come up and down and around. Pause me and rewind if you need to. I know that was a little tricky. It's like frowny face, curve around, and connect. Okay? Next, I am going to do a almond shape eye with a little curve and a dot, just like that. And how about a little nostril and smile, if you want, or it could be a frown. Now I'm going to use this back part of the circle right here and start working on some legs. So we've got this back part, and then right where the tail and the body meet, I am going to do a little bit of a curve like that. But now we have to make the front part of this back leg like that, and then curve down and do like, oh, I don't know, like a little W down there for the toes. Okay. And then we have to do this arm. So this arm is going to use part of this front of the circle and kind of come in and then out and down. And then we have the back of the leg, and then we'll do the little claws kind of like that. Okay, now with an eraser, I'm going to use some whiteout. With an eraser, we could get rid of some of these lines. Like, we know our leg is not see-through, is it? Okay, there we go. Nice. And then we also don't need all of this line right here. We can get rid of part of that. Now, part of it is the back leg, but there we go. And same thing up here. We can get rid of part of this. Not all of it, because some of it is part of the front leg. Nice. So with your little eraser, you could have just erased. Easy problem solved. Okay, now though, our dinosaur actually has 4 legs. So we're going to draw part of the other one back there and part of the other one right there. So this curve line and this curve line are on the other side of the body. That's why we can't see the whole thing. Now, we got to give our dinosaur its main feature. And notice how these lines are kind of following the curve of the body, but they are straight, right? Then we are going to, from these, make that a little bit longer. Okay, now these are the plates that are on its back, the Stegosaurus's back. So I'm going to go diagonal, 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 diagonal. So it's like an arrow, diagonal, 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 diagonal. Okay. Just like that, but they would not have all of these gaps in between. So to kind of make there look like there were layers, all I'm doing is making what's kind of like a triangle on top. So this is like it's on the other side of those plates, okay? Now, on the tail, it also had a couple of spikes, and I kind of made my tail a little big. You could make your tail a little skinnier. Mine's got a big old tail, but that's okay. And then we've got to have some ground so it doesn't look like it's floating in the air. And you could put mountains in the background. You could put an ocean back there, some trees, really whatever you want. There's no wrong answer, right? How about some rocks? Just to add a little, break up our picture a little bit, right? Okay, now when I color, of course, your dinosaur can be whatever color you want it to be. Whoop! Ball and crayons. Okay. There we go. And of course you could use markers, colored pencils, whatever makes you happy. Maybe my dinosaur might be a little normal-ish looking. So I might do the underside of my dinosaur with a lighter green. Just like this. And then do the, I lost my real green. Shh. So I'm improvising, guys. It's so crazy how some stuff like grows legs and runs away. Right? Us moms know how that feels. Just like that missing other sock so you don't have a pair. Or a missing earring. Or a missing glove. Oh my goodness. The list goes on and on. Now, the crayon doesn't color the best over whiteout, but it does work. And notice when I color, I try to follow the curve of the line. If you're coloring with crayon, like I am, you could totally trace all your crayon lines with, oh my gosh, pencil lines with marker first, then, you know, like a Sharpie or a black marker, and then go back and color with crayon. Or trace all your pencil lines with marker, like different color markers, and then color them with crayon. That's a cool effect. Now, you don't have to do any of this, but I just think a nice bold black line brings it all together. I could even put some of this lime green on top to kind of bring it together a little bit. like to use some muscle with my crayons just so you don't see much white space. It gets it all filled in. There we go. There we go. Woohoo! Okay, now, oh my gosh, it would be so fun. You could do those plates on top like rainbow colors or a pattern, or you could just really have a lot of fun with them. I am going to do well, I'm going to layer 2 colors. So I'm going to do, remember those first ones that we drew that have the line going through the center? I'm going to do those yellow first. Anytime you're layering colors, it's really ideal to start with the lighter color and then put the darker color on top. But, I mean, I know I didn't do that down here, so it does work the other way around as well. The nice thing about doing drawing with your kids is this is such a fun time to sneak in questions. Like, you can ask them how their day was, who their best friend is. You could ask them, you know, if you were a dinosaur, what kind of dinosaur would you be? Like, this is such a great time when you get to the coloring part to really just open up and communicate with your kiddos and learn more about them, right? Okay, so I did the yellow with the brown on top. Can you see? Okay. Down here at the base, I'm going to color even harder with that brown, so it gives it kind of an ombre look. All right. That's kind of cool. Ta-da! And then back here, I'm just going to do brown. So you can see the 2 layers are separate. They're not the same. Since it is flat, it's 2D art, anytime you can add value or shading or something like that to your artwork, it helps it take on a 3D feel. Awesome. Okay, now down here, I'm going to go ahead and color my rocks brown. Of course, they could be gray or black or pink or purple, whatever you want. There we go. And how about some orange ground? Why not? This is Artland we're in, right? Take your time when you're coloring. Do not scribble, even though it kind of feels like I'm scribbling because my hand's moving so fast. I'm really not. I just have a lot of practice. I've been doing this a very long time. 14 and a half years officially, but even longer than that because I taught at a place sort of similar to Artsy Rose while I was in college. All right. Maybe use some red orange up underneath the dinosaur so it kind of looks like a shadow under here and under the rocks. Awesome. Just like that. See the different values in there, the dark and the lighter. And what about a purple sky? Why not? And we just get this all colored in. If your kids get tired at this point, one trick that you can do is you could peel part of the wrapper off of the crayon, pinch it like this, and then just rub the crayon in the sky. That way you get color in there, you're not leaving any white space, but it goes a little quicker for them because you don't want them to just start hurrying and being sloppy at this point. Y'all let me forget the tail spikes. Almost forgot them. There we go. Okay. And then back to our sky. trying to keep my color lines in the same direction. There we go. And I love that you guys are still watching with me, still hanging in there, getting to the end. I really hope that you guys will leave me some feedback and upload pictures of your dinosaur, your Stegosaurus or your kiddo's Stegosaurus. That could be really fun. And then of course I want you to share this video and like it and subscribe to my YouTube channel or follow me on Facebook, all that good social media stuff. There we go. Nice. Love it. So friends, this is my I was going to name it something that started with an S and I'm just drawing a blank. So this is my Stegosaurus and I really enjoyed doing this project with you guys. I hope that you had a great time and that you will come back and join me for some more art, which I cannot wait to do with you. Thanks guys. Have a good day.